You have it on your, you have the receipt on your manual, and you can as well use it. If you have a BlackBerry phone,
we are going to try and demonstrate using the
BlackBerry phone. BlackBerry phone has, it has the QR code. No, don't worry, just so you don't need. So that you might label it.
Scan a pin barcode. Start scanning. You place it there. It will scan it. It needs lightning. Sometimes lightning will be a problem.
Can you talk?
Thank you, sir.
Talking to you.
No. I did it for somebody. I need to
Then you said yes.
come on, direct it to a link. Once you open that link, can you see? What about the information on this receipt?
Okay.
The amount the person paid, the date of the transaction, and the entry ID. And this thing is valid. Why to be there?
No, I've got it.
Sometimes lightning will be start scanning. Wait, mother of Uncle Sam, please, wait. So, nice.
Okay, you snap it.
Oh, let me do it again. Invite me, Sam. Let me try it. No. Leave it. He will take it himself. Maybe the lightning is not enough.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, wait. Let me.
Sorry, further information.
That means if
you are using an Android phone,
Yes.
it
Look at
it is actually
if it will snap itself, it means it is real. It is okay.
It will take it himself.
He has the
receipt is
you have to download
Now
it.
bring it to
If you are
you say yes. You go and search for it. You bring back the information.
but on the BlackBerry, it is there.
So that means
That's what it is. And we will tell you which website can the amount.
No, if you just go
it's gone off the lights.
Like this sometimes.
No, I think you can't use this phone.
You can use it.
No, what I'm doing
on your own, I don't know what
stronger
phone you are
than some.
using.
Is it techno?
We've done it.
Android, Android.
Is there? You sit. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait,
Let me see.
Ensure your hand is stable sometimes. Tell me about the stable. She has gone. So click yes. You see now that it has gone. So if you want to now launch the listing for you. To launch to the website. So wait for the receipt that has come up. You're able to validate that receipt now.
I like it.
So what's that? Okay, sure. Let me see.
You will still be able to try it.
If there's light, we don't need this touch, but because there's no light, that's why we do it. So I'm going to scan this QR code. It has picked it. It takes you to the Lagos State website. Then you click on it. Now, From the website, it brings up some information. Now you are going to confirm the information from the website with what you have on the receipt. The first thing you look at is the receipt number. Whether yes, whether it tallies what you have on the receipt. So let's check 230-13492/HRXPZ. Then number 2, you check the name of the payer. This is Olugbemile Abalola. Ogun. Yes. Then the amount paid. Check 130. Then the date of payment. So that means to receive.
The receipt, for whatever reason, just for confirmation, you just click on validate your receipt. Anyhow. Yeah, LASG-MDAs. Okay, none has returned. Can you do your own and let them?
Okay, let me try. I'm going to show you the number I'm going to send it to. It shouldn't be the same thing. No, I'm going to show you the number I'm going to send it to. I'm not using any show. Okay, this is the receipt number I already have. And look at the number I'm sending to. So the rest of it is so I'm saying send.
It's not the same network all of us are using. Yeah, Junction, I want to say thank you for.
Yeah, let me call on Mrs. Toluwalope Kolawale from E-Revenue Department. She's going to take us through EBS Manager. 5 minutes, please.
Once again, I welcome you to the 5th edition of the EBS-RCM Training and Workshop 2013. All we've been talking about since morning are applications put together by Alphabeta Consulting LLP to assist the revenue generation and monitoring. And one of the applications that has been helping us to achieve this is the EBS Manager. So just going to do a brief discussion on the activities done on the EBS Manager for just 5 minutes. Now, please, can you turn to page 36 of your manual? Are we there? Okay. Now, the EBS Manager, we have 2 versions of the EBS Manager. We have the online and we have the desktop. The online obviously means you have to log on to a particular website to get that done. And then the desktop version, you have to log on the system. Then you have an icon to click on, and then you go. Now on the online EBS Manager, please just let's focus our attention on the screen because short of time we cannot start doing that on our individual laptops. Yeah. So the first thing to do is we just log on to the www.lasg-ebsmanagerweb/index.asp. Now we're there. We click on that to come up. Now all you need to just enter your payer ID. By now I believe we all have a perfect understanding of what the payer ID is. Now, for the purpose of the training, I'm going to slot in my own payer ID, which is 18489. Then the next, my password is I'm the richest babe in the world. Now that's your privacy. Nobody needs to know that. Then your email address. My email address is tolulayo@yahoo.co.uk. Okay, now you have to select the database. You have to select the database where you are logging on to. For the purpose of the training again, we're going to go to Lagos State Government because that's the confine we are in. So now you click on Lagos State Government. Then your user group, I'm an ABC staff. So I will go on with ABC/Infinity. For you, you have to go in through the agency. Now my service code as an ABC staff is 39014. Then you click on login. Okay, yeah, you're smart. Okay, that's a big one. I'm so sorry. It's because of the rush. Yes, I have to start it that again.
Very well, yes.
Okay, you want to know my password? Let me tell you my account number. You do a credit entry. So when you do that, I will give you my password. So we go on to login. Oh, that's is the network.
Okay, well, you're in the cloud now.
We are getting there. We are getting there. Good. Now we have your transaction. These are the menu. These are all you can do. You have the transaction. You have maintain reports, inquiries, and system. Now it depends on what you want to do. But for us, I believe all we can do is just to run the report. Maybe you have a client who has a question of, just like when we go to the bank, you request for your bank statement to see the transactions and do a reconciliation of how much withdrawals you've made, how much credit service you've made, and then you reconcile what you have on your bank statement with it. So we're going to do a report. Now the report we're going to work on, generating customer remittance statements.
Trend first. Trend.
Okay, you want us to do a trend?
Let's do
We
trend.
have the whole house agreeing on that.
It's more challenging.
Okay, the trend is more challenging.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Then let's go on the trend.
Why is it
Let's do the trend. Now, you want us to do a trend. That would be, which agency do we consider? Okay. Now, let's do trend collections by agencies through revenue. Are we there? Are you looking at the board? Yes. Okay, you click on display. Yeah, I know. So while we're waiting for it to come up, the agency code for LIRS, right? So 450000. Okay. So let's wait while it comes up. Now, the agency code is 450000. Now we slot in our revenue code. Do we consider our payee remittances?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have to slot in the revenue code for payee remittances, and that's 4010001. Now, can we leave it today as the end date?
Yes.
Okay. Then you have to slot in your owner agency, which is usually the LASG-AG. /AG. So we click on that. Then you click on submit. So by the time this comes up, it's going to show us the items, the revenue items for this particular agency as at today. It's only going to limit us to payee remittances, which means we cannot view direct assessment, we cannot view land charges, we cannot view any other thing apart from pay. Let's just hold on a minute and see how far we can go. So there are other activities that we can do. You can confirm transactions, you can maintain data, you can maintain transactions on this platform. And then you can also make inquiries. A lot of things that can be done on this platform. Meanwhile, let's go on to talk about the desktop version. In fact, it would have been better to do this on the desktop version. It would have been faster. It would have been faster. Okay, let's do it this way. What we'll do now, we will do it again on the desktop version. And I believe within 2-3 minutes, we should be able to. Do we have the EBS running on the system?
Yes.
Okay. Please come and help us to put it up for demonstration. Seems to be dragging. Okay, now we're there. Now this is the desktop version of the EBS manager. Thank you. So the process we just we're about doing is what we did before. The payer ID. Does anybody have a payer ID? Nobody. Okay. Now, under the desktop version, we have parameters that are quite different from the online. Do you understand that? Now, this is asking us, do you want to run a minor operation or you want to do a major operation? We're going to do a major operation. But you could do a minor, you could put it in minor or major. Either way, you'll fly with any option. So then we click on login. But before we can do all of this, even on the online and on the desktop version, you have to do a thumbprint. You have to log on to the EBS through the ePay. If you do not do any of that, you cannot have access to do anything here.
You don't do that.
You don't do that. Okay. So what is it they will start using it? Okay, should you have cost to start using it in the nearest future? This is all you need to do. You just click on the login. We click on the login and wait for the page to open up to do the necessary transactions. The problem is this is pulling data from a lot of tables, so many tables. You can imagine how large LIRA is as an agency, and you now want to sum up all the payee transactions as at today again, not even within the specific period of time for how do I say that now? So that's why the data is taking a long time to come up. So, but when we do the desktop version, yeah. So,
One is going to kick you out.
exactly. One will not help the other. But at the end of the day, I believe we have a knowledge of what the trend analysis is. It's a trend analysis or work on that. So that gives you a look of what has been happening in your various agencies. You have to start it. At the page opened, we have a start date, and we have hello. Okay. And even the page comes up now, we will have a start date, we will have an end date. Now you will put the specified date that you want to view. And then it will ask you revenue item you want to view. It will ask you the agency and then the owner agency, which is always in LASG-MDAs. And when you at the click of the button, the trend analysis will come up. But the issue that you have that you cannot view this easily, we want to work on that. And I want to assure you that before this week ends, once you get back to your offices and you do a report like this, it will come up speedily.
Mr. Walifa, you need to discuss security maintenance and support. Mr. Walifa. Just 5 minutes.
Okay. Once again, on behalf of management of Afagos, I thank you for sitting down for so long. And definitely I want to believe that you are doing some things, and definitely we are together, we are working together to make sure that we're able to perfect this system and everything for Lagos and for us. Please, I want to just thank you for sitting again once. But I want to tell you something. What I want to share with you, normally we have decided not to say, we just said I want to refer you to, is on this last page. I want to say, just go to page 38 and this and that. But what we experienced yesterday, we found that just have to share it with you, just to raise your awareness and your consciousness of what you want to talk about. Is this security maintenance and support. The tips we want to share with you, they are listed there, and I'm going to use 2 minutes or so to read it out. Then I'm now going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 out of it for us to really hold on to it. The reason is this. Let me tell you, you now have access. You can easily come into this system now. You can view this report. You can do so many things. You can post transactions. Are we sure that you are the right person posting transactions? Assuming somebody is using your credentials to post transactions, how do you prevent that? Or do we think it's not possible? A phone can ring now and you can go out. Before you come back, somebody could have used your system to post transactions on your behalf. As far as the system is concerned and Lagos State is concerned, it is you that is doing it. And if there is any other thing, you have to answer to it. So it is one thing to be able to do all these things, but it is another thing to make sure that proper things are done and it does not put us into trouble. Nobody wants a job. So that's why we just need to share this one for the first 5-10 minutes. I won't take more than 10 minutes. I heard that someone said I've said 5 minutes. I know it won't be up to 5 minutes. It's going to be more than 5 minutes. But what you are going to hear, for some of you that have not heard about it before, is going to change your life, and I mean it. And it's going to change your perception of computing. And even save your job. Yes, it's not only on password now. See, it might even save your job, and it might save your life. I'm saying it might save your life. So please give me the 10 minutes. I wish I don't use more than that. I've spent 2 minutes out of it already. 8 minutes, and there's no 30 minutes. I don't have 30 minutes. So thank you. So please let us move on to page 38. We said protecting your data and devices. So the first thing, page 38, we have it on. So the first thing there, I think we are all on the same page now, page 38. He said, do not download free software from no website. You have logged in with your credentials now, and then you saw somewhere. Today, while this one was going on, someone called me there. He said that something has found 567 errors on his computer, and he now said that for us to clean it, we must buy this new version. That's what happened. He went on to download something on his computer. I'm telling you the actual truth. 567 errors he found, that software found on his computer is a lie. It's just for him to buy that software. He downloaded that software that can clean his system. Unfortunately for him, the software has run a lot of report or whatever on the system. He's now saying that he must buy to clean. So that's what happens when you download free software from unknown websites on your systems, on your phones, especially when you now have this EBS-RCM platform running on your machine. It's very risky for you. Please don't do that. Let's take note of that. The second one there is that you should ensure most current update of antivirus and operating system software on your devices. By update, that means you just make sure that your system is up to date. Make sure that it's up to date. There are software, people that created all this antivirus software, they all the time they improve on that software, they improve on it. They found that if there is a virus update, they look for a counter to it. So they release the software that will counter that software. So you need to now update your own system. So make sure that you do this update. But fortunately for us, all the devices we are using on this platform, especially the notebooks that are given to you, we have antivirus on it, or anti-malware, they are there, or endpoint protection, endpoint security product that is there. It makes sure it updates itself automatically, but there's nothing stopping you when you come if you want to just click updates when you have internet access. It saves you a lot of trouble. The person that called me at that time, if he has been doing that on the system, there will not have been any problem that is in 567 errors on the system. So please ensure that you have the most current order and then you do it yourself. Then ensure you have a strong password on your devices, not only on your system. You must have a very strong password on it. This is one of the ones that will just quickly tell us how to create a strong password and whatever. Just to make sure that we do a strong password. Remember that time you are asking Tolu that give me your password. It should never happen. You can never share your password with people on to down. You can't share with your wife. You can't. And you can't share your password with your enemy. But we come to that briefly now. So keep devices in well-ventilated room and office. Keep equipment away from doors, water, and all those ones. Then defragment your computer regularly to ensure optimal performance. Defragment simply means if you are in we all know a library. It means that you are going to share, when you are in a library, after a book has been taken out, it has to be taken back to the exact place. If it's not taken back to the exact place, you find that retrieving that book will be very, very hard. That's just what defragment means on the computer system. When your computer system works, it fetches data here and there. So if it's not properly put back in its right place, to fetch that data will be a little bit slower. And it builds up. It might be minute, but it builds up. So after some time, your system slows down and all those ones. So when you defragment, that's what it does. It puts the data in the right places. If there is time and you want, then I'll show us how to do that. It will take 30 seconds. So if you want, I'll show you. I'll show you. Or the other one there is always engage your computer screensaver when idle to avoid intrusion. For example now, a phone call rings now, and you don't want to take it in the place where you are sitting. Or maybe the network is bad there, and you go outside. You're already logged in. You have signed on with the biometrics. I don't think you people do biometrics, but you have signed in with your credentials. Now, you went outside. Before you came back, somebody has done a transaction that is going to put you into trouble on your behalf. You are not there. So how do you prevent something like this? So that's what we mean by you should engage the screensaver. If time permits, you want to, I can do that one. That will take about 45 seconds. I will show us too, if we want, how to engage the screensaver to prevent things like that. Even that screensaver itself, you might save a lot of, you might think that the phone will not call, but somebody can plan for you. Let me use that word like that. It can plan for you something we call social engineering. It can tell you that maybe your son, I'm just using an example, just to tell you how important this thing is. You can say maybe your son or your daughter is having serious trouble in school, and the person knows that your daughter is in a boarding house. You have to go out without that screensaver protecting your system, or without you engaging the screensaver to protect your system. You just leave your system like that, and then somebody can do a compromising something on your behalf. All these things, they happen. Yeah. This is not, we hear them, we see them every day. I'm telling you what happens, and all these things are possible. To prevent things like this, we show you. That one, you can take me out, it's 45 seconds. I will show you one. So the other one there is that do not use device via unstable or low power supply without power guard. That one is obvious because we know NEPA. If you just use it, it will destroy your equipment. The major problem equipment have in Nigeria is power. It's the major problem. Without protecting your system properly with stabilizer, UPS, and the likes, you are running the risk of buying new equipment fast. So please, let's take note of this. Then the other one there is that you should contact technical support for abnormal or strange device performance. For us on this platform, our staff, especially the IS and the software staff and departmental staff, they go out every day to attend to needs of banks, MDAs, and agencies. As we are talking now, some staff are on the field. So they do come, and I'm sure some of you might be able to testify to this. And if you have issue, if you call us, we come as much as we try to be there as well. So if you see anything state that you can't just handle based on these tips, please feel free to call the help desk. Somebody will get to you fast. So let's just take note of this. So as I've said, if you want me to show the decrement and the things they were showing, but I want to talk about this password because it's the key. And I'll talk 3 things about the password. The 3 things I'm going to talk about is the characteristics of a strong password. Then, how do you create this strong password? So the first thing there is the characteristics of a strong password. You should never use a dictionary word. A dictionary word is Ronke, Wole, Go, House. Anything that is a dictionary word is never a password. So if you are doing that, just forget it. Because there are some things on the internet that will quickly open down. When you use that one, you can see that one is not a password. And I'm sure people in this room are using a word that is in the dictionary, or the name of somebody, or the name of your daughter, or your wife, or your husband, or whatever. So never use that one. Never, never, never. It's not a password. So you change it. The second one there is that you should use a letter that is at least 8 to 9 words or letters, words in length. The length of your password should be about 8 or 9. The reason is that if you use a small one like 4 or 5, I'm not talking about PIN now. PIN has some characteristics that 4 is okay for now. If you use 4 or 5, it can easily be opened. I don't want to be using the grammar, it can easily be cracked. That's just the word. So please don't make sure it's about 8 or 9. Now the third thing is that you should use a combination of capital letter and small letters together. If you use small letters alone, it can easily be cracked. If you use capital letters, it can easily. But if you use combination of small and capital letters together, it's extremely difficult to be compromised. That's the characteristic of. And the last one I want to share is that you should add uncommon keyboard items there, like the $sign, apostrophe, asterisk, and all the likes. You should have them. I think that's okay. Now, please, I know every time I say that one, it always generates what you are saying. Now, where will I now remember it? Believe you me, you can remember it within the next 2 minutes, what I'm going to share with you. You are going to remember it, and you are not, and then again, your password, you should not use the same password you use on EBS Manager. You use it in Yahoo, you use it in Facebook. You must have different passwords. Yes, believe you me, you are going to remember everything now. Give me the next 2 minutes. You are going to create a strong password, and you are going to be able to remember them. So let's go ahead. So how do we now create a strong password? How do we create a strong password? Please listen carefully. How do we create a strong password? To create a strong password, remember that I said you must not use a word in the dictionary. To create a strong password, this is what you usually do. There are other methods, but this method is very simple, and then you can create for Yahoo, Facebook, EBS Manager, or any other thing you want to do, your computer, your phone. This is how you go about it. The first thing is that you can form a sentence. Any sentence we do. I know people that use a sentence that gear them up. That today is going to be a better day for me. Today is going, or God is whatever. Allah is the greatest. Anything. My wife is the most beautiful. Anything. Anything at all. Some people are using password to send affirmative things into their lives every day. Because you put your password maybe 2 or 3 times or 5 times a day. And then you find out that you are saying those things. So from a sentence, what do you do with that sentence? You can pick the first letters of that sentence or the last letters of those sentences. You put them together. Are we following? Yes. Once you do all those ones, by the time you pick the first letters of that sentence, believe you me, the word you are going to get can never be a dictionary word. Are we good? Yes. You will never be a dictionary. Already you have a strong password. So what do we do? You now add capital. You can start it with capital letter, then maybe in the middle or whatever, you do another capital letter there so you can remember. You understand? So you have capital letter and small letter in that sentence you have formed. The letters you are going to form, you may not be able to pronounce it, but you know it because it's coming from a sentence. Are we together? So once you have done that one, you are okay. Then you now add this the uncommon characters with, maybe in the beginning you can add $sign in front or at the back. So you have a very strong password already that nobody can break, or it will take a very long time to break. And that's how to do it. You cannot ask me that, okay, how will I do for Facebook, for Yahoo? Some people might do for Facebook, you can put FB at the back, or for Yahoo, you can put YM in front. So you understand? So that's how you create a strong password. It's nothing difficult. It's something that you have to practice. And once you practice it, it's very easy for you to put it. And please note, your password, when you are typing in your password, never use one finger. I saw what people are doing here yesterday. They are possibly one finger. No, you must use both fingers. Practice makes perfect. If you practice it, you will get it. By the time you type it twice, you will be able to type it with both hands. See, the reason is this: if you create a very strong password and you allow somebody to giraffe it, then the person knows your password. That giraffe one is called shoulder something, but this is not the time for all these things. So you must make sure that somebody is not watching you when you are putting it. And how do you prevent people from watching you? That's how you go about it. So those things I've shared with you, try and put it in mind. You may not be able to practice everything because of the short time, but I'm sure with what you have had now, you will be able to gain something and form a strong password. It's very easy. Form a sentence, pick the first letters or the last letters, add capital letters and small letters, then put unconventional letters behind and that's that. Now I want to share with you something that was given to us by the HOD of IET, Mr. Ajibi. Was he here? Yeah. Some of us know him. This is how you do it. That if somebody is standing beside you and you don't want that person to know the password you are typing, this is what you do. Very, very easy and straightforward. What do you do? When you are typing your password, let's say the password is Oluwole, it's just an example. So when you type OLE, instead of typing Wole, you now type provision. You clean it to OLE. Then you type WO, you type any other thing at the back. You clean it, then you type LE. By the time you are doing that, anybody that is trying to cram it is just wasting his time. They can never get it. These are simple strategies that can save us at it. So please, let's use it.
Thank you, Mr. Wole. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I need to appreciate your audience. Since money is not easy, and I could say that there are some of us that have not eaten at all. So we have really tried. So I just want to implore you to forward your comment. Forward your comments now while we round up. Let me have your comments, your questions. And I believe we have treated most of the questions. Please, can you please go around and correct them for me? Please, your feedback form, let us have them.
Please fill the feedback form.
In order, excuse me please, we have not closed the workshop. Can you please have your seat? We round up now. So in order for us not to waste our time, I believe we gave you opportunity to be asking questions during the workshop. So I am not expecting to see any new questions here. We have treated all the questions right. So what I'm seeing here is just your observations, which we are going to work on at our end. Okay. Mrs. Owayenga will be giving us a... Can you please appreciate that, please?
Good afternoon. On behalf of the management of the ABC, I want to say thank you. We appreciate your coming till you are welcome. And I believe that this workshop will go a long way in our work and it will increase our revenue. Thank you very much.